Hello, you may be wondering why I'm laying down. It's because this video is about ASMR, and I was inspired to make this video because I was about to go to sleep in this makeup. I'm not lying. I'm really not. I was gonna go to sleep in all this, because I don't know. I didn't feel like washing it off, you know? I know you're not supposed to sleep in makeup, but it's hardly the the biggest thing in my life, right? You know what I mean? Like, I've got bigger fish to fry, you know? Anyway, I want to talk about, like, Ephemeral Rift and Angelica, and basically just a lot of ASMR artists that I like. So if you don't know, people who make ASMR are called ASMR artists. And, my favorites are like, or they have been, people such as Angelica and Ephemeral Rift and the ASMR Ryan and Seafoam Kitten, and way back when my favorite ASMR artist was Olivia Kisper. Olivia Kisper, I haven't watched her videos in years, but she was actually the first ASMR artist that I ever watched, you know? And then Seafoam Kitten came like soon after. And then I'm getting up now. And then there was it took me a long time to get into other ones, but yeah. I mainly want to talk about Angelica and Ephemeral Rift because those two have done some things that are honestly really disappointing. Like, I'm just straight up disappointed, you know? Like, I feel like a parent. I'm like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like, so I'll start with the one that I feel is less bad, and it's like pretty fucking bad. So like, to be clear, like, when I say it's less bad, that doesn't mean it's good. I'm gonna talk about the Ephemeral Rift thing first. Cause see, what I want to talk about is that they have done some shitty things, some kind of, you know, controversial things, to put it mildly, and people have problems with that, and it's sad. It's sad. It makes me sad that these cool people ain't cool no more. So, Ephemeral Rift, to make a long ass fucking story short, I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass. Anyone who hasn't seen that Vine is gonna be like, what? And anyone who has seen that Vine is also gonna be like, what? Cause, anyway, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. It makes me weird. Makes me silly. Makes me reference Vines in the middle of conversations that are completely unrelated. Anyway. So, Ephemeral Rift was like saying the N-word on Twitter. That's what it was. And, he was like trying to, like, not only did he say it, but like he said it multiple times, and was trying to like make a case that like he should be allowed to say it because he's not racist. And that was literally his argument. I should be allowed to say it because I'm not racist. Buddy, yeah, it's so not racist of you to like demand your right to say the N-word. Like, that's not racist at all, man. That's really cool of you. You're so cool. I am being sarcastic. I have to put this into clear words because otherwise, God knows what will happen. I am sick of getting strikes on this channel. I am against what Ephemeral Rift did, and I'm disappointed in him because he is generally a very progressive guy, and I still watch his videos because the thing about... Oh, and I haven't there's another thing Ephemeral Rift did too. I'll get back to that. Put a pin in that. There's another thing he did, but anyway. The reason why it's so bizarre is that he's a really progressive guy. Like, I think he is. And if I met him in real life, like, I can't lie to you, I would probably be cool with him, and we, like, because, like, he's made all these videos where he's, like, explicitly saying, you know, he believes in leftist stuff, he supports, you know, queer people. Like, he's made videos that were literally, like, dedicated to talking about this. Like, he gets political. He is, you know, genuinely, serious about these things. Like, he understands that it matters and stuff. He's an anarcho-primitivist, more or less. Like, I'm not sure if he would embrace that, label, but he has, like, mentioned that, like, yeah, what he believes in is basically, like, anarcho-primitivism. And though I don't really agree with that ideology, like, I believe in, like, anarchy, but not, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do my hair. Not the primitive aspect of it. I don't think that we need to go back to caveman times. I don't think that's gonna be better. No, I think that modern medicine and modern science and all this is good for the world, and we need it. But nevertheless, I think that his heart is really in the right place. I do think that earnestly. But, like, he's just kind of stupid because he's an older guy. I forgot to mention, like, he's from Pennsylvania, and he grew up in the 70s, you know. He's around my dad's age. And, like, he's a chill guy. Like, I wouldn't sit here and say that if I didn't mean it, but at the same time, I'm very critical of him. Here's another thing he did. He went on a rant on Twitter comparing, you know, factory farming to the Holocaust. Yeah, saying that's equivalent. Like, I mean, it's crazy, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, animal cruelty and factory farming and all that shit is terrible, but, like, it's not, like, the Holocaust, is it? I mean, like, I don't think animals can comprehend the level of despair that, you know, Holocaust survivors or, you know, people who died in the Holocaust must have felt, you know what I mean? I don't think animals have a grasp of that. I could be wrong. But, yeah, like, I just, don't do that, you know? Just don't do that. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful, it's ignorant, it's just gross, you know? And he never apologized for that, I don't think. I could be wrong. I apologize if I am, but, I don't think he ever said he was sorry for that, or, you know, acknowledged that it was fucked up. He did talk about how it was wrong for him to do the whole thing where he was saying the N-word on Twitter. Like, he made a video, you know, getting into that, and, you know, yeah, his excuse was, I'm not racist. And it's like, I actually would believe him if he hadn't put it that way. Like, I mean, I don't think the guy hates black people or people of color in general. I don't think it's a hateful thing, but there's a lot of ignorance going on there for sure. A lot of ignorance. I think that, again, he's got a very good heart, but his brain is just a little stupid and maybe crazy, because people in his fan base and all that, when this was going on, we were all, you know, talking about how we think he might be having a mental health crisis, because, like, it was so out of character. It was so bizarre. So, I'm distracted because I think someone's in the hallway. I fucking hate this. But living alone won't make me any happier, you know. There's no solution. Whenever I was in math class and there was, like, a thing where the problem had no solution, like, specifically while I was in psychosis, I would just look at that and be like, damn, that really says a lot about society. We really live in a society. No solution. I don't know, I'm stupid, you know what I mean? I'm crazy. Just like Ephemeral Rift. Like, why did he do that? You know? Why did he do those things? I think he is a caring person. Like, genuinely. He seems good-hearted. But that only can go so far. He's got shit he needs to work on, and people, like I said, people thought he might be having a mental health crisis because it was very out of character. And he's like, he's usually just this cool, like, older guy who's like surprisingly progressive for his age. I mean, even for like a young person nowadays, it would be impressive, honestly, like relative to a lot of people, you know? And yet, here he is saying this crazy shit, you know? And like in the apology he made, he was like, by the way, you guys are speculating about my private life. I just want you to know that there's nothing going on there. Like, he didn't even really specify what he meant, but we all knew what he meant. He was talking about, like, people thinking that he's going crazy. And yeah, he just kind of brushed it off, and it's like, dude, when, like, literally millions of people are saying that you seem crazy, like, maybe you should give it a second thought. I don't know. I mean, I know that, like, sometimes people are just wrong. Like, people will say I'm crazy and stuff, and I am. I mean, I am literally quite mentally ill, but at the same time, like, they will call things about me crazy that aren't, like, actually crazy, you know? Like, just the way I look, the way I choose to style myself. I mean, it's kind of funny. It's interesting. Yeah, people can be quite superficial and ignorant. I think I'll talk about Angelica now. So what Angelica did was, in my opinion, a lot worse. She just did a complete 180 as a person. Because Angelica used to be this ASM artist that made a lot of cool content, where it was like, and I mean, she still does. That's kind of part of the sad thing, is that, you know, you can still see a bit of the old Angelica left, but it's just different now. Anyway, she used to make a lot of videos that would do things like critique, you know, the patriarchy and, you know, America, because she's American, and critiquing, like, capitalism and, like, the church, you know, big, like, major religions and stuff, and all that kind of thing, you know? And, like, she made a lot of historical videos that took place in different historical time periods, and obviously, when you do that, that can be an easy way to, like, express your political views. So between all of those things, she was very much, like, you know, a progressive person, and a very outspoken one at that. And then, recently or something, I don't know exactly when this happened, because I wasn't paying attention when it was going on, but, like, I think just in the last couple years or something, she's become this, like, gross, sexist, conservative Catholic woman. It's okay to be Catholic, but, like, it's just that everything about her has changed kind of overnight. Like, I mean, she used to be an anarcho-communist, apparently, because she made this video called, something along the lines of, like, from anarcho-communist to Catholic, you know, as if, kind of like as if you can't be both at once. You can, you know, like, those things can coexist, but, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it was weird. It was really weird. And she's made videos where she was making fun of queer people, you know, making fun of, people who use neo-pronouns and stuff like that, you know, giggling at that, and, like, she says shit that's, like, I think it's, like, you know, women, have I got extra stuff? Yeah. I had a little bit of lipstick on my teeth, but I didn't realize it at first because it just looked like the stain that I have. Anyway, she'd be saying that, she says that, like, women were made to be subservient to their husbands and shit like that, you know, supposed to submit to their husbands. It's very disgusting and sad. Yeah. It's weird. And I'm just so disappointed in her because she was so fucking cool, like... She's a completely different person now. It's not like with Ephemeral Rift where he's just, like... just did some weird shit for no reason. It's like she's literally like this all the time now. But she still makes the same weird, unique videos, and it's like... I want to watch them again. I want to feel like I am watching an artist that gets it, you know, that understands things. But I can't anymore. I can't have that connection because she's this. She's what she is now, and it's just so different from what she used to be. Now, I'm going to talk about some other ones a bit more briefly because there's not as much controversy, and so, you know, it's just not as much to really get into that much. But so I like the ASMR Ryan. He's great. He does a lot of funny ASMR, you know. His videos are mostly funny, and you can tell that, like, he has a passion for acting. Like, he I think the reason why he got into ASMR was so that he could, like, kind of promote his acting skills, you know. Like, I think he also just enjoys it as an art form and appreciates it and all that, you know, ASMR. But I think that it's also, like, a means for him to, you know, do some acting stuff, because I think that he's actually trying to do that as, like, a main career, you know. And I respect that, and I think that's cool. I want him to follow his dreams. I want to see that name, what is it? What's his last name? I want to say... Is it Gutierrez? I think it is. Is it Gutierrez? I think it's Gutierrez. I don't remember. But yeah, he's really cool. He seems like a really friendly guy, you know. He's never done anything shitty, to my knowledge. Like, I mean, we've all done shitty things, but what I mean is, like, he's never publicly, like, been a jerk, you know, and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, he's said things before that seem to suggest that he's a very tolerant person, and although his videos are not very political in nature, you know, he just seems to be a chill guy, you know. Seafoam Kitten. I just realized, I don't know if I did this, but I might have misgendered Seafoam Kitten. I'm really sorry if I did that, because they go by they, them pronouns now, I'm pretty sure. And like, when I was originally watching them, they went by she, her, so it's, like, kind of, you know, a new thing. Like, if you don't know, even trans people sometimes get other people's pronouns wrong. Like, nobody's perfect. That's really true. That is true. And even when you're transgender, you're still gonna, you know, mess up people's pronouns occasionally, because it's just kind of a matter of, like, breaking a habit, you know. So, yeah. I don't think I'm, like, better than anybody else or anything like that. I don't think that I'm immune to the same mistakes as everybody else. I'm not immune to it. Anyway, Seafoam Kitten makes very cool videos. They just have all these cute little characters, you know, alien characters, dragon characters. It's a lot of, like, fantasy stuff and, you know, stuff. Stupid sentence. Anyway, dragons and like witches and aliens and I already said dragons, vampires, things like that, and then other things too. Honestly, it's kind of hard to, like, summarize what they do, but generally, Seafoam Kitten just makes very cute videos. Like, they have a very sweet sort of, like, temperament, and, it's very soothing, you know? I would highly recommend them. Hold on, I have to cough. Cough, cough. I'm not sick, I have allergies. I might take some of that, like, what's it? Well, I'm gonna take some, like, generic Benadryl. I kind of don't like it, but it's, like, all we have right now. What was the other one? There was Olivia Kisper. She does a lot of cool stuff. It's been a while, like I said, but she makes videos that are kind of like, so some of them are like, the reason why I got into her was because I was just watching, like, videos that were kind of making fun of ASMR a little bit, you know, kind of poking fun at them, being like, look at this weird community, you know, they have all these wacky role plays, and they're so weird. Is it a sex thing? It's not a sex thing, by the way. Like, I'm sure for some people it is, but, like, literally everything is a sex thing for somebody, you know what I mean? Like, if there's one thing I've learned in my 18 years on this earth, it's that anything can turn you on, hypothetically. You know, it's just a wacky world out here. But for most people, ASMR is not a sexual thing. Anyway, that being said, the video that I was watching talked about how there's all these, like, ASMR role plays of, like, getting kidnapped and stuff. And those seem to be a little kinky or weird or something, I don't know. I still think that there might be something there when it comes to, like, it being kind of a little sexual. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't for me, I just thought it was interesting. But, so yeah, Olivia Kisper did some videos like that, some, like, kidnappy ones, because that's a common thing. That's actually a common, like, role play for ASM artists to do, because it's interesting. You can do a lot with that. I don't know, it's just it's an interesting scenario to, like, write a story around and act out and everything, you know? And, I kind of forget some of her other content. I remember she made this one where she was, like, making potions and stuff, and that appealed to me at the time, because, like, I think I was, like, kind of into, like, paganism, so, you know, it was cool. And there's, like, so many other ASM artists that I also like, but those are, like, the ones that come to mind the most. So, you know, and I make ASMR, so I've got a playlist if you're curious, and every now and then, you know, I upload a new ASMR video. It's not every day or anything, but, you know, if you are interested in that kind of thing, you know, I can provide that for you, because I made those videos. Yay! Yippee! That's all I gotta say now. Okay, bye-bye, love you.